Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to go for a big one. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
He breaks a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of these plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
Fourth down coming up.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker and they'll turn it over on downs.
Defense was ready, and the offense thinking maybe they're going to all jam up in the middle of the field and try to get ready for an inside. They were expecting the receiver running it outside on 4th. Great speed, nice open field tackle. This defense is coming off the field, and they've earned it.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Makes the grab on 3rd. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Rashada. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To the ground with the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Alabama 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Simpson. He's got his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass. They did catch the defense off guard, and even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Got his man on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. Decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Slips away. Now he's looking into the middle. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. I mean, you've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quick handoff. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass, it's Rashada. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Clock reads 12 seconds as they head to the line. We'll see if they're content to go to the locker room. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half. With the score, Georgia 14, Alabama 0.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. Holds it in. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missiles.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Second and short now after that completion. 29 Philly. Cut it. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the right. Ball in the air, intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that...
He's looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got a man. It's Wilson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Georgia going up tempo.
1st and goal, Georgia.
To throw, it's Rashada. Snags it. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Looking to throw at Simpson. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 28, Alabama 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
This is a third and long. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Still just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast. fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop in the running back speed.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Looking to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And they finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, this might be what you call garbage time. It might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing. Keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. To the air, it's Simpson. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous punt, the consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can do it.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. After this, it'll be a wrap. Leaves it with the back. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.